Welcome to ChessWhiz TV episode 370. I'm your host, The Wiz, and today we're going to play a new variant we've never played before. One of my favorite things to do on this show is do things we've never done before because there's the excitement of finding out if we're totally wasting our time. Usually, yes. So today there's a variant that a viewer wrote to me and said, "Hey, Wiz, I came up with an idea. Maybe we should try it." And I was like, "Yes, we should because it's an idea." That's pretty much all it takes. So raise the microphone. Let me tell you about it. In this variant called Swirl Chess, your pieces swirl around the board. Let me explain. Whoops, I'm gone. Whoops, I'm back. In Swirl Chess, your move must either keep the chessboard in its quadrant. Let me play with a friend here. Oh, you guys are very smart, challenging me to. We're gonna go with rated because I'm insane. Um, Either keep your piece in its quadrant or move to the counterclockwise quadrant, which I think is kind of good for black because counterclockwise is actually different for the two players. So we're playing against, I'd hate to be you here. So here's a quadrant in chess. Here's a quadrant on the chessboard. Here's a quadrant on the chessboard. And here is a quadrant on the chessboard. So in this variant, if your piece stays in its quadrant, that's a legal move. Or if it moves counterclockwise, that is a legal move. But if it moves clockwise or diagonally, that is illegal. So you cannot move a piece from here to here or any such thing. You can either stay in the quadrant or move to the counterclockwise quadrant. By the way, this is counterclockwise like this. Otherwise, it's not legal. So let's paste the rules in the chat. That's not the rules. Get rid of that chat. Go. Let's paste them here. Are you ready? Go! What I love about this leadchess.org website is they fixed it now so you can type in all capital letters. See this go in all capital letters? That is fantastic to have that because without that, it would actually lowercase like this. Hurry up. He doesn't understand. Hurry up. See, it lowercase is that. That's awful. So because this guy doesn't understand, we're going to take a different challenger. We're going to play not that game. And look at that. This is all I have. So I'm going to throw another challenge in the chat because I'm sure there's someone out there who knows how to play this game since I just told you guys. So I'm going to throw this in the chat. Someone who knows how to play is going to click that. And just so you know, the rules are in the text that's showing up in the chat. So Todovsky, here's the rules. Oh, by the way, it's great to see you. It's been a while. I'm glad you're joining us today. So the rules are your piece has to stay in its quadrant or move to the next counterclockwise quadrant. So these are the quadrants here on the board. There's 4 of them, and I can't capture that pawn. Wow, already the rules are being problematic for me because this would be a clockwise capture. However, he can capture me because that would be counterclockwise. This is a big problem. All my defense has to come from this area of the board. So should I play f3? Maybe queen f3? Everything has to swirl around like this. So it's actually a huge problem. And I do need to defend my pawn. And my queen can't go this way. Oh man, this is a huge problem. I'm going to play f3 because if you think about it, nothing in this area of the board, like any of these pieces, can come rescue this pawn because they have to go like this to get there, which is way too much. So I think I should try to be aggressive on the queen side because how will he even defend that? Nothing in this side of the board can defend his queen side. So this game is all about being aggressive. He can attack me like this. Oh, this is actually super bad. Oh, this is super, super bad because I can't block with my bishop. This seems to be very bad for black. Maybe I shouldn't have started with e4. Bad for white because I can't do much on the king side. Only these 3 pieces can remain in this quadrant right now. The rest of the pieces have to go around. This is going to be very, very difficult. Oh, how funny. We have counterclockwise mixed up. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I don't know which direction counterclockwise is. I've just noticed in the chat, you guys are like, well, dude, you're looking at clockwise. So it turns out this is clockwise. So I'm playing the game backwards. Have I made any moves that follow those rules yet? No, I've stayed in my quadrants the whole time. So my rules are actually clockwise. Okay, but his are also no, counterclockwise. His are also counterclockwise, which means he's across the board. So we're actually, if you think about it, going in opposite directions. Nope, we are not. We both go counterclockwise, which is hilarious. It's the other way for you. Okay, so that means I can actually take this. So my direction is clockwise, counterclockwise, and so is his. Wow. Let's attack that queen. Oh, we can't do that because that's now Clockwise. It's counterclockwise, guys. So everything I said so far is a lie. It actually works like this. I'm going this direction because that's counterclockwise. He's going this direction because that's counterclockwise for him. I think. We haven't cheated. This is so confusing. He's going counterclockwise for him. Let me think about that. Because he's sitting over there. His board looks like this. Where's the swap board button? His board looks like this. So counterclockwise for him. Oh. I'm a triple idiot. They're not different. If you go to the other side of the board, if you go to the other side of the board, it doesn't change the direction. I'm wrong. Never mind. I'll offer you a draw, Todovsky. We're going to try this again, and we're going to play according to the rules, which is counterclockwise, because that was created by Christensen. Okay, so the counterclockwise for both of us, which means this way. Oh, you know what else is weird is I flipped my camera. This couldn't be any worse, could it? Okay, that's counterclockwise. So I'll strike out in this direction. Both of us. I'll type us there just so that it won't be confusing for any viewers. And so for those of you just wandering in right now going like, what in the world is going on? The rules are like this. It is counterclockwise. And so I want to attack in this direction. And he actually wants to come down on me on the king side. So that's good to know. But you can't cross the middle. Okay. So I can't do this. Or this. What I actually think I should do is move the bishop like that. Because then it can start using these squares. The fianchetto is illusion that it might be a good idea because it cannot enter this square. That's a that's crossing, not crossing the middle. Uh-oh. Oh, I cheated. Oh, and you don't allow takebacks. You need to allow takebacks. LOL, my favorite phrase. Because I just cheated. You cannot capture this way. That would be diagonal. But I can do this. That's counterclockwise. Even better, I could have done this and then he wouldn't have been able to recapture. Why not the free queen, dude? That would have been nice. I should have done that. In fact, I can be very aggressive here. Guys, this variant is new opportunities are opening up like a flower. Now he's offering takebacks. Okay. So it's important that I don't make this capture actually, because that made my position extremely powerful because I could break through like this, which is in that direction, and he couldn't survive that because he actually can't recapture. So I think that defends my pawn, but it doesn't matter. He can't capture me. Man, this is going to be hard. This is actually going to be hard to play legally, but once we get going, I'm sure it's going to be great. No. He could actually pawn fork me, right? Because my bishop can't enter that direction. It has to go up and around. And same with my knight. But he could come through this way, and so I would just be doomed. I can castle. That's good. Okay, so clockwise, counterclockwise. I'm gonna come through like this. Let's close it up. That's legal. This won't work. Though. I definitely want to play c4. His knight actually is quite trapped out here now because it can only go this direction and out to this area. It can't go back. This is like a wall for his knight. Both of his knights actually. So that's pretty good for me. So let's open this up. Castle's queenside is not allowed for white. That is super weird but true. If you go this way, that's the wrong direction in the spiral. And you know, his rook can't come down like this either. Same issue. But my rook can. So I'm really thrilled to be playing on the queen side. I think this game is all about playing on the proper side of the board. Because if you think about the flow of a circle, I can move down here in all these aggressive moves, but he can't bring defense back over because it's the wrong direction. So he's really going to be suffering here. In fact, I can just walk away from this pawn because these two knights are on the other side of this wall, and he can't cross that. So my pawn's completely safe, and I can really aggress like this. He has to be very, very careful. Let's do that for fun. His rook cannot cross this line. So that leaves many, many things for me to do. What are some things I can do? So one of the things I can do is bring up more power on this file. Like if I could get my second rook here like this, and so I have two rooks this way, he can't really counter that. He's coming in clockwise. Counterclockwise. Everything's counterclockwise, man. Why didn't you just do clockwise? That would make so much more sense to me. Yeah, it's very good for him to come around this way now. He can't come back though. There's only one defender of this pawn. So, something's fishy right now. I hope that you do get a chance to play next. He's saying in the chat he wants to do that. We have Andre, kind of pronounced like that, who says, I've got a great idea. Let's play Swirl chess counterclockwise crazy house, which would be kind of cool. And then let's do that in blindfold mode just for fun. And I think that's a great idea. So that's an illegal move, Torovsky, because you traveled from this quadrant into this quadrant, which is a diagonal quadrant. If you see what you did there. I see what you did there. So I can double my rooks. He can't capture this. It would be going in the wrong direction of the quadrants. I think he's actually in big trouble here. It looks like we're just playing some chess, but the fact that I can travel across this line with no problem, and he can't travel back, means that I have all the opportunity. The fact that we're playing on the queen side actually is the big, big advantage for me. And his goal here would be to be playing on the king side because that's where he can actually travel. But I definitely see some danger for him. Oh, exhausting. Let's play this. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. It moves it back. But I could do this. Have you ever seen such a crazy variant? Yes, we do this constantly on this show. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube and this is like your first episode, you should look back to some previous episodes because there are some crazy, crazy variants. In fact, I'll take this. In fact, there's a playlist called Weird Chess Variants on YouTube. This is youtube.com/ChessWhiz TV. And I could take this, but he would just recapture. But that would send the rook out of the quadrant. The queens are attacking too. Let's do this. Because now I can get this for free. Ah, and in that playlist is just every episode with a weird variant like this. So if you feel like you want to, waste your time with weird chess variants, that's the perfect place to do that. I think this is very good for me now. Very, very good. Because my pawns can actually advance. Oh, everybody's pawns can advance, except for my kingside pawns. Did you notice that? These kingside pawns actually can't cross the board across to his side. That would be an illegal clockwiseness. Did you notice that? I have to play this. Mine, I can't do much. I mean, it has to... Uh-oh. My knight has to travel around to this area next, which is a lot of work. Let's see if I can checkmate him. I think I could checkmate him. Rook g3 checkmate. Ha 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 ha! I love it. So now I can go discover check. And discover check. Oh, this is pretty painful for him. And then rook g3 checkmate, right? Oh no, another knight's not covering that. Still pretty good for me. Let's do this check. Because I've got this move. Oh, I don't quite have that move. Oh, look, if I move my knight diagonally. Do you know how stupid I am? Yes, I guess you do now that you've seen me play. I actually was thinking knight h3, which although knights aren't allowed to move like that, if they were, just imagine if they were, that would be so good. Check. Let's trade these. So I might actually have a problem preventing a pawn here from promoting. because I can't get back in this direction, he resigns. Okay, so I just have so many extra pieces. My rook can go around like this and eventually trade for this pawn, and then I can promote this pawn, and I think I can swirl around to victory. That was so cool. I have challenges from Too Many Cookies, great username, and I have a challenge from Mikhail, which means he's way too good at chess. So let's play with Too Many Cookies here. Are you ready for the weird rules? Too Many Cookies? Let's see if he is. Okay, let's just type okay. Make sure he's going to follow the rules. So interesting consequence of this variant is that half your pawns are completely useless. These pawns cannot, let's try this because you can't cross like that, cannot get to the other half of the board. So they're extremely less valuable pawns. Pawns can't do a lot, man. I mean, they can go forward or nothing. Those are like the options. And in this variant, they're somewhat reduced. In this variant, the options are nothing. That's all. It's like, I hope you like doing nothing. This is actually good, though. This pawn can be useful this way, which is good because out here, it can't do nothing. It can't cross this way. So he could just, f4, and I can do nothing. So this is actually a major, major issue for these pawns is what I'm realizing. And actually, every piece in this area of the board has to go around this way. So lucky for me, I just did it. It's a trap. It's a trap. I'm now stuck. Oh, nope, that's not counterclockwise. That's clockwise. Hats clockwise. A very similar phrase. Hats clockwise. That means that's clockwise. The problem now is my bishop is in this quadrant, and it's like, help, help. It has to stay here or go over here. Like that. I can't get over there. So he could actually just attack my bishop, and it would be doomed. Fortunately, he's not realizing that. Unfortunately, it doesn't help me that he's not realizing it. Although I could do the same thing to his bishop. Oh, this variant is so great. His bishop is in big trouble because this quadrant is his only quadrant. So let's just trap that bishop right there. I cannot escape now. Yeah, so he counters by trapping my bishop. This game is so fun. Let's, oh, now he can save his bishop. Oh, I'm glad he didn't, because he could come back here, and my bishop actually still could do nothing, because this quadrant is actually his area. Problems. Should I enter into the danger zone again? I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't think it's smart to send your knights and bishops out here into this quadrant of death. Uh-oh. I have so little defense over here. My queen cannot come over. So I need to be aggressive on the other side of the board. Oh, this square. I should have done this long ago. Look at this awesome square. I figured out what I need to do, besides the obvious. What I need to do, oh, I can't, I can defend this way, I guess, is castle queenside. That would help a lot, because with my king in this area, all my pieces can come over here, because it's the legal direction. So that's what I need to do, is get my king to safety on this side of the board, so that his kingside attack is attacking nothing. Whew, that would be much better. I do have to watch out for the f-pawn, though. Knight c2 check. I probably should have played that a while ago. It's not as cool now. Now it's way less cool. So if I castle and he takes me here, should I feel sad? Like he's forking me? Should I feel bad about that? Not only that, but like rook here is such a useless rook. I can't cross. I can't cross the barrier, so that's pretty bad. Yeah, just like measuring the badness. It's bad. Let's do this. No, that would be stupid. I don't want to run out of time, so b6. You've probably played moves like that where it's like, okay, I need a move that is legal. There's two requirements. They have to be a move and they have to be legal. So after meeting those requirements, you're good to go. Man, I can't untangle this. I don't know what to do. I gotta get castled. I gotta get safe here. I'll just move around for a while. We're both running out of time. Finally, I'm going to play f6, which is a huge blunder. It's my turn? What? Why does it say it's my turn? It's not my turn. Oh, my queen. Oh man. Oh, this is stressful. I don't have, like, you know how when you get stressed, when the stress level in your body goes up, you start to get something called tunnel vision, which is where you can't see the periphery of your visualization. Well, that's what I'm suffering from right now. There's the castling. It only cost me a night to get out of here, so I feel like that was a pretty low price to pay. Let's go over here. It was awful. I can just take that, and I will. Wait, I cheated, didn't I? Did my queen enter this zone up there? Did my queen ever get up there? Oh, cool, my queen never did. Well, now it is. Let's do this. His rook cannot cross. And then let's do this. His rook cannot cross. I'd like to remind you. Oh, this is so silly. This is so silly. It's a rated game, too. I'd like to remind you that your rook cannot cross into my area. And now I can just take that. Thanks. Your queen is now here. Actually, oh, it continues through. That's interesting. I think that works. Getting my rooks to this side of the board is actually really useful because then they can cross across the board, which is like the best across to do. Let's try here. And from this area, they can't cross the board. So it actually makes a big difference to be able to move your rooks across the board. So that's why I'm playing that way. So this pawn, if it could fly up here, would be pretty good. So that'll be my next plan, is to get that pawn down there. Ooh, another check. His flow is so good. Like, although that's not truly check, I guess. So I could play here. He can't recapture. Oh, this is going to be deadly. Oh, I could promote. I can just promote right now, and he wouldn't be able to. Let me add some time to him so he can agonize over this. Do you think I care about that? Oh, I probably should because of checkmate. I could take the rook first. What is he doing? I'll take the rook now. Oh, my queen just entered the next quadrant. How do I get back? No! Oh, I could promote to a new queen, but, how would I ever get out of check? Now it's a draw. Because the queen would have to go this way first, and then this way, and then back to save my king. And this is terrible for me. I think he's going to go with a draw. So let's offer him a draw right now. Kind of weird, but he can do this check like this, back and forth, and force a draw. What a weird ending. So he goes for the draw. I don't know what happened in that game. I was so confused. I barely even saw some things. Like, for example, that he had moved already and I was running out of time. That was amazing. Let's play against Andrejol. That's totally a name. Andrejol. Queen d8 check was not legal. Oh, I missed him cheating. That's probably how I lost that game. So this is going to be Swirl Crazy House Chess. Swirl Crazy Zish. Okay, are you ready? Go! And then colon D, which means I need a colonoscopy, but it also means I'm feeling happy. So I'm definitely going on the queen side. Oh no, I'm white. Oh no, this is bad already. It's the queen side where everything is bad in this game because there's now no ability to cross like this. I'm just kind of groaning to myself. I can't play that, and now I'm doomed. I can't play that either. I'm just sitting on d4, and it's really awful. I need to attack on the king side. Oh, see, this guy knows what he's doing too. My knight's not defending. Oh, this is so bad. Let's do this. Trying to untangle here. So this bishop actually, horrible location because it can't cross to here as we know. It can't cross to here because that is 2 zones across. It's not counterclockwise. So the bishop would have been better off here because then it can actually hit all these squares. So that was a big mistake. So let's see what happens next. I'm pinned and I can't take the queen. So there's definitely some problems. Fortunately, he's okay with that. Yeah, now I'm getting some kingside play. I think this is going to be good. Not that I'm trading my queen for that pawn, but I can. That's the point. I don't care about that. Maybe I'll drop a knight here. I can't play this. I need to get castled, so I'm actually going to play my bishop here and then castle. The reason it goes way out here is actually really, really obvious once you think about the variant. The fianchettoed bishop can do almost nothing because crossing the center is not going counterclockwise. It's going through the middle. So by playing 2 squares out, suddenly you can actually visit any of these squares in a large circle or semicircle shape. He's going to aggress on me here. So I think I'm okay. I'm just gonna suffer on c3 for a long time. Oh no, I can't. Oops, I can, but I shouldn't. So let me take that back and add him some time as well. That would be an illegal capture. Man, this is bad news for me. I can't get from the right to the left. I can't believe just how bad this is. This guy's amazing at noticing the rules of chess and taking advantage of them. I can't capture this knight. It's the wrong clockwiseness. So let's give him a taste of his own medicine coming in this way. I can now drop a pawn here. Check. Never mind. It's not as cool as I thought. But he's pretty limited with these bishops, actually, because he can't cross to this square. I think that's so funny. I'll choke on my own bile here. That is so funny. He can only go this way, which actually would be really awesome for him. But now I can castle. All right, I've survived. Now it's time to be super awesome. Super awesomeness. Commence. Should I move the knight? I should probably move the knight, but I can't go up. I can only go back. So I'm just going to be aggressive instead. Probably shouldn't lose the rook. At some point, you have to stop giving stuff up here. I think I have a moment. That's legal. I think I have a moment here where I can now be super aggressive. Yep. So in Crazy House, in case you haven't noticed, your goal is to put things on the board until the opponent is in checkmate. And I'm doing that right now. I should have played rook b1 check. I definitely think I should have done that. This is quite a bit worse. It was the clock that had me stressed out. So that's a free bishop, though. That would be a counterclockwise move. Thank you so much. A clockwise move. So appreciate that, bishop. I need a straight moving piece, though. I would love to capture a rook so that I could play some more checks here. This is actually quite a nice position for me now. How can I win from here? So I can add a pawn here with check. Then I can add a bishop here with check. I can start to get some aggressive moves here. Okay, I got a lot to add. I need to be putting stuff on the board. Let's put a bishop here with check. And then, well, that's a lot of bishops, man. He might be in big trouble. Put a pawn here because I can promote with check. And I'll promote with check. Mate. Oh, did I play legally that whole time? Did I win legally? Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, I love this game. It is amazing. Just amazing what a huge difference winning makes in terms of playing a game. I enjoy a lot of different board games. If you've played Settlers of Catan, you've got the idea of the kind of game I like, except I like games that aren't horrible. So when I learn a new board game, the number one thing I'm thinking is, like, am I winning? Because if I'm winning, this game is so much better if I'm losing, right? Winning makes a huge, huge difference. And it shouldn't. Okay, I'm going this direction, so we're going with the queen side. It shouldn't. Technically speaking, you should actually care about, oh, I want to put a diagonal moving piece over here. Oh, you should care about whether the game is of good quality, whether it has great depth, whether you can play it while drinking a large glass of urine. Different things I want to put a diagonal moving piece right there that matter in a board game. But it turns out winning makes a huge, huge difference. So he's really going for the counterclockwise play. And so I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do that like this because obviously that's the best play. We are now figuring out swirl chess way better than we used to. I'm going to block that first. And then I'm going to go round the boat. Okay. So I can't take that. Scary. Definitely scary. Let's run up here. Danger! This is pretty exciting. I need to get castle queenside. That's my opinion. Oh, I wish I could have some things. So let's play like this. So castling queenside gets your king into an area where all of your pieces can travel around and help. I actually think that could help. Right now, though, bishop facing it, maybe it's not the best. Okay. Should I do it? I'm doing it. I'm gonna put my king over here. Was that was legal? That was legal. My king travels counterclockwise and my rook stays in the same quadrant. Stop trying to fool me. So that's legal. So let's paste the rules here in the chat for those of you just joining us. This is Swirl Crazy House Chess, where your pieces swirl around the board. Amazingly playable after you figure out what's legal. Why is he offering that? I'll send him a question mark. He says 3. Okay, so that means I should do it a third time. Okay. Danger on e3. I can't defend it at all. Let's see. What about bishop takes e2? That looks pretty good. Ha yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, man. This is not an easily defensible area for me. Not even close. My knight can't come back. The only way is forward. I'm threatening checkmate. You should probably defend. Defend against checkmate. It's gotta be checkmate. Oh, an illegal move. Man, cheating is my best move, isn't it? Because that's not swirly in the proper direction. Well, now that that's cheating, let's do this. I feel like an idiot. But I have a simple reason for doing that. It's simply because I am an idiot, so it's not that bad. I can't go that way. There. That's a great move, actually. It improved my defense significantly. Lost a rook. I don't care. Let's try this. I don't know why I did that. This, just because I have 1 second. Oh, he adds me time. Perfect. I can't take that. But I can take this. I'm just trying to take things so I get them things. Then I can put them up here. He's definitely waiting to be checkmated. Oh, no. Oh, man. This guy's so smart. Let's try this move. I can't capture this direction. It is very limiting to only be able to go in the one clockwise direction. Very limiting. I better get my king over here. The A8 square is very vulnerable. Always, always when you're playing Crazy House on Castle Queenside, which isn't that great, by the way, you should be careful. Where do I put this? Here, I guess. You should be careful with the corner square. People will often just move their kings over. This is true in chess, too, because it holds this pawn together a little bit better, but seriously, that corner square could get something dropped into it, and you could have a bad time. I'll just move over. My queen could not do that. Not even close. But if I play c4, then I can come around this way. So let's play c4. He's got a knight. He could put it here. He didn't. Oh, I'm so lucky. In fact, that was a really, really horrible move. Can I just take that for free? Why didn't he put a knight on h6 instead of in this weird place I could take for free? He still has a knight, though. He could just put another knight on h6. He didn't do that either. Yay. Check. Now I have to cross into this quadrant before I cross into that quadrant, so it's not even really check, but I just want it to be. Sorry, it's check. And then I'm going to do like a winking face, because that's my favorite face. Sorry. Like, would that be better if it weren't check? It's not supposed to be. Now, the real check. My pieces actually have a hard time attacking at this point because this knight has to go to this quadrant next. See, it has to go over there. And this bishop has to go into this quadrant next, which isn't very easy at all. Let's add the rook here. Oh, no! Oh, no, I blundered a rook! Yeah! He should just take that for free with his queen. Big blunder. Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, that's a major mistake. Especially with the exposure I've got down here. I'll go there with check. Look at that. Now I'm in this quadrant. The check, you're going to have to just throw your hands up in the air on that one. And now I'm spinning around this way. Got another knight. That's not legal because you're in this quadrant. So you have to move to this quadrant now. Let's put circles everywhere. I don't have anything better to do right now. If I look at the chessboard, I'm going to feel extremely stressed and maybe I'll scream. So the best thing to do is probably just draw circles on the board. There. Oh, I could have just moved there. What am I thinking? Not so much. I'm not thinking so much. And now I have a queen to drop. Let's go there. I'm in the quadrant. I'm all the way in. I could take the rook with discover check. What am I doing? Ah, it's not going to be discover check anymore. Help, help. I'll take that. And then I'll block like this. Maybe I'm alive. I wonder if I'm alive or dead right now. Oh, that's interesting. Only in a chess game would you think that. I have enough stuff. No, I need more stuff. No, let's put this on here. Check. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to win. Oh, I'm so good at Crazy House. I just figured it out. I am so good at Crazy House, and that's why I'm constantly winning. Turns out that's what's up right now. Knight F2 checkmate. It's the four knights checkmate. I read about this in a book that I just wrote right now. Wow, this is great. So you guys should all try this variant. It's called swirl chess, and your pieces have to swirl. That really, really impacts the defense. When your opponent's coming in on your side of the board and half your pieces, sometimes more than half, can't even cross to your side of the board, man, that is very, very difficult. Unfortunately, in this user interface, it's doing the checks that it shouldn't, like the checks along this diagonal shouldn't technically be check because you're not supposed to be able to move from one quadrant to a diagonal quadrant, and the interface is forcing you to move out of check. But if you can actually, here's the goal, okay? This can be your goal for today, or actually for this year. Try to get a friend. Like, you could be like, you could have an actual friend. That'd be so good. If you have 100%, million%, you have infinity% more friends than I would. Then you could sit down at a real chessboard with your friend and play swirl chess, and the chessboard won't enforce the illegal checks. You can actually do this over a real chessboard. Try it out at your next chess tournament. Introduce this to people and say, hey guys, I learned this stupid thing on a stupid show. Just try it. Just try it, okay? And then, of course, you should do Crazy House next because that's crazy. That was so fun. Next episode, we're going to play Atomic Chess, which is a variant that's actually on this website. I recently discovered that white always wins in Atomic Chess, so my goal is to demonstrate that to you next episode. It turns out with proper moves, white cannot lose. So that's what I'm going to do next episode. I hope you enjoy me winning every game because that's kind of what I like. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.